Okay, this is lecture 2 from chapter 6, terminology of credit. The first term, loan. A loan is simply credit that is repaid in equal amounts over a set period of time. That would, the full name, what I would call that is an installment loan. It doesn't necessarily have to be consumer credit, but we're certainly talking about that. That's our concern here. The credit cards, the cards that they allowed you to use them repeatedly, at any time, as long as you don't, exceed your limit and you make your regular payments. Interest is the charge for borrowing money, so that the interest is calculated based on the APR. So we use the APR and we divide that by the number of periods. That's usually monthly, and we multiply that by the outstanding balance, which can be calculated in multiple ways. Finance charge is the dollar amount paid for the use of credit. There can be additional fees in addition to interest, and those are the finance charge includes interest and those additional fees. Annual percentage rate, or APR, as I mentioned before, and the annual rate is a charge for borrowing. Again, that's multiplied by the beginning balance and then divided by the number of periods. And again, that's usually monthly. So, advantages of using credit: convenience, emergencies, make reservations. A lot of times you can't rent a hotel room without a credit card. You can't rent a car without a credit card. Own expensive items sooner. The biggest two examples of those: buying a house or buying a car. Probably typically the two largest purchases consumers make in their lifetime. I take advantage of free credit. There's a cautionary tale there. The free credit is designed to trap you. So that the lender's hope is that you're gonna get stuck, and then you're gonna end up making the minimum payment, and they'll be collecting their 18 to 21% interest. Protect against fraud. Obtain education. So I suspect that many of you are using student loans to obtain an education. And, hopefully you've done some sort of analysis to make sure that, what you're borrowing is feasible to, pay off over some reasonable period of time. Disadvantages using credit: reduces your financial flexibility. It's very tempting to overspend, especially with credit cards, because we don't always pay attention to what we're spending, and the bill can arrive and it'd be like, wow, that's spent more than I thought. So adds to the cost of goods and services. If you're paying interest, it's certainly, especially if you're paying 18% interest or more, it's certainly going to add a significant amount to the cost of purchase. Can slow the progress towards reaching your financial goals. Overuse affects your credit score. Cause reduced access when you actually need it. It reduces your privacy. The credit bureaus, they dig into your life. It's pretty incredible, all the information that they have on you. It can impact your relationships. It adds financial stress.